Looks like Circuit is also rotating. We're just going to hang out, try to make sure that they're able to get out. Hell is here. We're going to jump away. That's not the best fight for us. We have our ult in 2 seconds. That's a Cupid ultimate. He gets stunned. We're able to get our hammer onto the Hell while she's under tower. We're going to go ahead and ult. We're going to get some poison off. We're going to stun the Circuit. We're able to get the Circuit. We're going to jump in. We're able to get the Hell. Now we're going to chase down this Cupid if he's still hanging around. He's still hanging around. He uses his 1. It does not stun us. We're going to use our 2 to increase our attack speed. We use our 1, but we miss it. There's the Cupid dash. We're going to jump on him, get the disarm, and we're able to clean him up with our 1. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Fafnir as support. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If you are a returning viewer, Fafnir does have a lot of damage potential, but whenever he's not in his ultimate, you really just need to focus on landing one ability. So let's go ahead and jump into his kit. We're going to mix it up and start with his ultimate, Draconic Corruption. Fafnir is going to turn into a dragon. While he's turning into a dragon, he's going to be untargetable. Once he emerges, he's going to regain 200 mana, and any enemies that were standing near him are going to be poisoned, and they're going to take damage 3 times over 3 seconds. He's going to remain in his dragon form unless he activates his ult again, or if it times out. As a dragon, his abilities are going to have an additional effect, and his basic attacks are going to change into Dragon Breath, which deals damage 3 times per second. His Dragon Breath cannot proc item effects. As you level up this ability, the duration is going to increase from 20 seconds to 40 seconds. Fafnir's 1, Curse Strength. Fafnir is going to throw his hammer in a line attack. If it hits an enemy god, it's going to stun them and radiate a slow that decreases enemy's movement speed by 20% per 3 seconds. In his dragon form, this ability is going to deal increased damage that ticks 3 times over 3 seconds. While in the dragon form, the radiating slow is also going to remove protections. Fafnir's 2, Coerce. Fafnir is going to be able to buff either an ally or himself. This buff is going to increase their attack speed. It's going to make it to where whenever they damage an enemy, they're going to deal additional magic damage, and it's also going to heal Fafnir. While in his dragon form, this ability has a larger area of effect and can buff multiple allies. Fafnir's 3, Underhanded Tactics. Fafnir is going to leap to a location, and then he's going to have a small cone where if he hits an enemy with this cone, it's going to disarm them for 2 seconds. In dragon form, Fafnir can leap much further, and whenever he hits somebody with the cone, it's going to stun them in addition to disarming him. It's going to deal increased damage that ticks 3 times over 3 seconds. And Fafnir's passive, Endless Greed. Fafnir is going to gain 2 bonus gold for all enemy kills and assists, including minions. Fafnir is also going to gain up to 25 magical and physical protections based on the amount of gold he is currently holding. This caps out at 1,000 gold. In terms of the leveling order, we're going to want to put a point into our 1 because it's going to allow us to clear the wave. Then at level 2, we're going to want to put a point into our 3. Level 3, we can either put another point into our 1 or put a point into our 2. Level 4, make sure you have all of your abilities, or make sure you have 2 points into your 1. Then we are going to want to max out our ult whenever we can, max out our 1, max out our 3, then max out our 2. With Fafnir, our main focus in this early game is going to be just landing our hammers on enemy gods. We're running kind of low on mana, but we still have plenty of health, so we're just going to run up and get some basic attacks off. We are going against a Cupid and a Hell. The Hell is going to be an issue. Right now, in the early game, she does not have as much health as she would like, so we're going to try to pressure her as much as possible. We're going to go ahead and hit this small harpy. We want to make sure we're always getting farm where we can. We try to hit our hammer, but Cupid's able to dash away, and it looks like we were able to push Hell back to base. In terms of the build, we're going to start with Guardian's Blessing. We're going to go into the tier 1 of boots. We're going to buy 4 health potions, and then we're going to buy Hand of the Gods. We want to use Hand of the Gods on the purple buff. This will allow us to get to lane a little bit faster than the enemy team if they did not have Hand of the Gods. Then we can get some lane pressure and start bullying from there. We were thinking about invading the enemy purple, but the Hell showed up. So we're just going to rotate back, clear this wave, and then fall back for our purple buff. We clear the wave. We're going to fall back. We just hit level 4, so we have 2 points into our 1. The 1, whenever we land it on an enemy, it's going to stun them. And then there's going to be a purple glow that kind of radiates from the stun. This is going to slow enemies. So if we can stun one person that's grouped next to another person, we're going to get the stun plus a slow on both characters. We're going to save our hammer so we can hit an enemy god. We're going to jump in. We miss our jump. We get the stun onto the hell. Thor comes in. We're able to get the pick onto the hell. Chiron ults this Cupid. But unfortunately, he already used his 2 and can't get that final shot onto the Cupid. We just hit level 5, so we do have our ultimate. We do not have a whole lot of mana. So we're just going to go ahead and back. Looks like Thor was looping around, and looks like Thor was also able to clean up that Cupid. So now that we've established a little bit of pressure for our Chiron over in right, we're just going to leave him, let him be. He is level 5, the enemy Cupid is still level 4, so his second ultimate is already on cooldown. He used his first ultimate whenever he hit level 5, and now he's also on cooldown. Cupid doesn't have his ultimate, so Chiron might be able to get 2 ults before the Cupid is able to get 1. We see he's in a little bit of trouble. We're going to try to rotate over. We do have a shell for him. We jump. We pop the shell a little late. We probably should have popped the shell before trying to throw our hammer. Then we might have been able to save him right there. While our carry is down, we're just going to kind of clean up this wave and try to hold this next wave for him. We're just trying to get the final hit on these minions. We're not necessarily focused on clearing. We're just going to save our ability, get some basics off. Cupid rotates in. We're able to stun him with our hammer. We're going to try to keep these archers outside of our tower. Looks like the enemy is rotating into... We're going to go ahead, jump over the wall. We're going to ult, establish a little bit of pressure. Cupid uses his ultimate. We're going to step back. Chiron uses his ultimate. We jump over the wall. We're able to get a stun. We're going to hit our 1, get another stun. Use our 2 on ourselves, and we're able to get a pick onto the hell. Thor rotates in. Unfortunate. We weren't able to clean that up, but we were able to get a pick on the enemy hell. We're going to rotate to the fight. Circuit is pressing our Discordia. I believe we are a stack of 4. Discordia is the only random person. So we do have comms with our jungler, with our carry, and with our solo lane. And having comms with them feels nice. We're going to be able to make some calls, really select which targets we want to go on. We go ahead and drop the purple buff. We're going to pick it up because Chiron still has his purple buff.
I'll attack left lane.
Discordia is rotating left, so we're going to kind of hold mid for her. We're just going to run back. Get our hammer off onto the wave.
Why ally yourself with someone so weak?
Looks like Discordia rotated left and then just went down. So now we have to hold this wave for a little bit.
It happens.
We're able to hit the Nual with our stun. Now that hell's here, we're going to start falling back.
Thanks.
Taking a decent amount of damage, we're going to want to jump under tower. Pop a health potion. We're going to use our 2 onto the Thor. That's going to increase his attack speed, and whenever he deals damage to an enemy, he's going to deal additional magical damage. We get poked out a little bit, but we're not too concerned. Guardian's Blessing is providing a decent amount of protections for us. We're going to go ahead and back, start working on Guantlent of Thebes. Guantlent of Thebes is going to provide 300 health, 50 magical protections, and 50 physical protections, 15 HP 5, and it has a passive that if we get an assist on a minion, we're going to gain a stack. If we get assist on an enemy god, we're going to gain 5 stacks. Each stack is going to provide 1 magical protection and 1 physical protection. At full stacks, this item is going to evolve and provide an aura that's going to give our teammates 10 magical and physical protections. We turn into our ult. We're going to get a little bit of damage, but it's just us here, so we are going to fall back. We only can stay in our dragon form for 20 seconds. We might not even be able to get a second round of abilities off right here, so we're just going to pop our shell and fall back. Discordia is able to rotate in. She gets some good damage off, but not enough to get any pick. Thor uses his ultimate. I think he might be out of the range. Yeah. Doesn't look like he's able to land on anyone, so he just lands back down. Serket's here. Oh, maybe he was aiming for Serket. Maybe he had more range than I thought there. Thor is able to get the pick onto the Serket. We're looking pretty weak. We're waiting for our hammer. Our hammer is just short. We're going to kind of just focus on the minions now.
The price of conflict. It happens.
We pushed them back under their tower. There's not too much that we're going to be able to do right now. Gauntlet of Thebes, in my opinion, is probably one of the best, if not the best, items you can go as support. It's super cheap. Wow. She overstepped a little bit, and we were able to collapse on her with 3 people. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the red buff with our team. Chiron's pushing that right tower. He's able to get the tower. We're going to rotate over. If we could get a stun onto the Cupid, that might be enough to help this Chiron out. Looks like Serket is also rotating. We're just going to hang out, try to make sure that they're able to get out. Hell is here. We're going to jump away. That's not the best fight for us. We have our ult in 2 seconds. That's a Cupid ultimate. He gets stunned. We're able to get our hammer onto the Hell while she's under tower. We're going to go ahead and ult. We're going to get some poison off. We're going to stun the Serket. We're able to get the Serket. We're going to jump in. We're able to get the Hell. Now we're going to chase down this Cupid if he's still hanging around. He's still hanging around. He uses his 1. It does not stun us. We're going to use our 2 to increase our attack speed. We use our 1, but we miss it. There's the Cupid dash. We're going to jump on him, get the disarm, and we're able to clean him up with our 1. They dove super deep right there, and we had our ultimate, and we're able to really punish them for it. That makes us 4-0-3, so we are off to a fantastic start with Fafnir. I feel like we're hitting a lot of hammers, and with Fafnir, if you're missing hammers, you're going to be losing lane. So we are able to pick up the Gauntlet of Thebes, and next we're going to be going into Sovereignty because they have 3 physical characters on the enemy team. I like Sovereignty more than its magical counterpart, Heartwort Amulet. Sovereignty is going to provide 250 health, it's going to provide 45 physical protections, and it has a passive that allies within 70 units are going to gain 15 physical protections and 35 HP 5. So every 5 seconds, we are going to heal 35 health, and our allies are going to heal 35 health. We're going to jump out of here. This is a bad fight. We pop our shell onto the Discordia. We're trying, but Hell is able to clean her up. Thor lands in. Thor misses his stun. We're going to kind of see if we can get a stun. We're able to get the stun onto the new wall. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Chiron rotates in. He's using his ultimate. We're going to jump in. We're able to get the pick onto the new wall. We get the stun onto the Hell. Chiron's able to get the Hell. Thor's rotating in, and Thor is able to clean up the Serket. We each got a kill there. Good stuff there. So now that we have 2 points into our ultimate, we should be able to use each ability twice, but we went ahead and just canceled it early right there. With Fafnir changing in and out of his ultimate, it makes him untargetable. So if you ult and you're in dragon form, then an Ares comes in and ults you, and then you untransform, you're going to be able to escape the Ares pool. So there is a little bit of CC maneuverability there. We jump. We probably stole that kill from Chiron. I think it would have been better for our team in the long run if we just let Chiron get that.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and fall back, and we're able to pick up the tier 3 version of Sovereignty. Now, taking a look at the enemy team comp, we really kind of have to worry about the Hell. I don't know how many other people on my team are going to be building into anti-heal, so we're going to kind of stress it and build into anti-heal with our build. Serket's able to get a pick onto our Yorm. We're going to go ahead and rotate over. They're on our blue buff. Serket's a little overstepped. We miss our hammer because he got stunned by Thor. We're going to jump behind them to where they have to walk through us. We're going to use our ultimate. We get some damage off onto a few. We're looking for this Circuit because she's weak. We jump. We miss our jump. We miss our jump stun. We miss our one stun. We're going to get some fire breath on her. And then we're going to try to rotate back to the team fight.
More work for you to do.
It happens.
So we definitely misplayed that. We would have been better off trying to protect our team instead of trying to chase down the enemy Circuit.
Your left tower is under attack.
We get the stun onto the Arthur. Norm is rotating back. They're probably going to be able to get this tower right here. We don't have a whole lot of damage between Norm and myself. We're just very tanky boys. We're going to start falling back. They're really locking Norm down. There's not too much we could do there to help them out. We're getting poked out. Discordia is rotating in. Thor is also rotating in. We get a stun onto the Hell. We jump on her. We're able to disarm her, but she was CC immune from her light side too. We get stunned by Nuwa, and her abilities are hurting us a decent amount. We miss our hammer. Discordia is able to clean up the King Arthur. Nuwa almost gets the Discordia. We're going to go ahead and back. Thor is still chasing them. He might be able to clean that up.
The tides have turned.
Unfortunately, Hell was able to turn on the Thor. Hell is very maneuverable. She gets increased movement speed, she becomes CC immune, and she deals decent damage even if she's not building into damage. So after going into Sovereignty, we are going to be going into Pestilence. Pestilence is going to provide us 80 magical protections and 250 health. Enemies within 55 units are going to have their healing reduced by 25%. We go ahead and self-buff ourselves, and if you notice, we're dealing 58 plus 2. That additional 2 is coming from our 2. It's the bonus magical power that our buffed allies or ourselves will deal whenever we hit them with our 2.
Enemy missing.
We do have our ultimate, so if there's a good team fight, we're just going to want to ult into that. We're going to go ahead and rotate left. It looks like Nuwa is also rotating. Yorm's falling back with his ultimate. We're able to get the stun onto the Hell. Thor is ulting. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate, apply poison onto a few people. Thor stuns them. That was an absolutely beautiful combo. We're going to focus this Hell. We're going to jump in. We get the stun. We're going to keep focusing this Hell. She uses her Aegis. We're going to fall back because we're looking pretty weak. We're going to un-ult, try to avoid some of that damage, but they're able to clean us up. I feel like we played that pretty well, even though we were the first one to go down, and we got no picks. We got in between a group of 3 people, we used our ultimate to apply a poison, and then we chased their Hell. Even though Hell's their guardian, I feel like she needs to be our priority target. Our teammates were able to clean up the fight over in left. In terms of our relics, at level 1, we went into Shell. I think Shell is probably the best defensive relic you could get while laning in dual lane. Then for our second relic, once we hit level 12, we're going to be going into Cursed Ankh. Cursed Ankh is going to reduce the healing and regeneration of enemies. And we're getting it for the Hell. We want to pressure her, pop the Cursed Ankh, and then hope that our team can kind of come in and clean up with some damage.
Thanks. Thanks.
We're going to rotate back mid. We don't really know where the enemy team is. They're probably respawning. We're going to start setting up some wards, see if we can get some vision, catch somebody in a rotation. Hell and Nuwa are rotating. Thor's going to have to ult out. We jump, we get the disarm. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Our target is going to be this Hell. We miss our jump. We pop the Cursed Ankh. We're going to use our 2 on ourselves. We get some damage onto the Hell. She is our main target. Nuwa gets the pick onto Thor. She's so weak. We've almost got her. There's 3 people pushing. We're going to start falling back. We get our stun onto the Circuit. We're going to use our 2 that hit me and Yorm. Unfortunately, we lost our assassin and we lost our mid laner. Our carry's cleaning up and right, so we probably won't see him for a second. Yorm went deep onto that Hell or Circuit. He probably overcommitted right there. Now there's 4 people pressing him. I don't think there's anything I can do. We hit him with our 2. Chiron's kind of in a bad spot now. We're going to rotate and try to make sure that he can get out. He's able to dash out. With it being a 2v5, we're going to want to be very careful on any engagements we take right here. In fact, I think the enemy team is rotating to the Gold Fury. We're going to kind of rotate over as well. Not let him get it for free. We're going to hang out. Let's see if we can time our jump perfectly. We jump in. I'm not sure if I got that or the Chiron got it. Most likely the Chiron. Chiron's able to get 2. We're going to keep chasing, try to provide a little bit of support. We don't have any relics for him. King Arthur gets his ult off. Circuit is also here. We get our stun onto 1. That applies a slow onto both. We're going to get our disarm onto the Circuit, try to buy him a little bit of time. And unfortunately, right as Chiron dashes, King Arthur uses one of his dashes, and it's going to knock Chiron up and out of his dash. Thor is able to ult in and clean up too. So that fight went absolutely in our favor. We did lose Chiron, but we were able to steal a Gold Fury, and we were able to clean up 4 people. We go ahead and invade the enemy red buff. Now we're going to rotate back with our team. Yorm is over in the left. Hell is full health. Of course she is, because she's a healer. I feel like as soon as we get Hell out of the fight, we can win the fight. We're gonna kind of just let her bop us. We hit her for a 39 with our basic attack, but there's really not too much we can do without a little bit of setup or help from our team. We're gonna go ahead and back because we have nearly 3,000 gold in our pocket. We're gonna get Pestilence, and then we're gonna start going into Divine Ruin. I think Divine Ruin can be built on most supports. It is going to be very helpful when dealing with healers. Divine Ruin is going to provide us 90 power. It's going to provide us 10 flat penetration.
Okay.
Enemies hit by our abilities are going to have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds. Thor is using his ultimate. If he's able, we're going to try to get Circuit to come out of her jump. She uses it. Thor lands on the Hell. We do have a cursed Ankh. People are closing in on Thor. We're going to use our 2 on our Thor. We get stunned. We're next to the Hell. We're trying to ult the Hell and the Nuwa. With Yorm, we're going to try to push her. Chiron's here. We're able to get the stun. We're going to use our 2. We use the Curse Ankh, and Chiron's able to clean up the Hell. We have 3 people right now. Our backline is being dove pretty hard. Thor is being pushed very hard. Desoria goes down. King Arthur is chasing the Thor. King Arthur is able to clean it up. So their front line is chasing our back line. Between our front line and this Chiron, we're able to clean up 3. So we won that fight. Cupid's all the way over and right. Not exactly sure where King Arthur ended up. We're going to go ahead and start pressing this tower. While we are sieging structures, we're going to want to buff our Hunter. That's going to increase his attack speed, and he's also going to deal a little bit of magical damage. That's actually a good question. Does the buff increases structure damage other than the attack speed? I want to say no. We might have to watch that back in slow motion later to get the answer to that. We're going to go ahead and rotate over. We might be able to make a play for Fire Giant. We have Discordia rotating in. We're going to go ahead and start it up. We're going to use our 2 on the Chiron, increases attack speed. The bonus damage from our 2 is going to apply to the Fire Giant. We're going to try to zone a little bit, and we are able to get Fire Giant. Fire Giant is going to give us a decent amount of MP5 and HP5. We're able to get the stun onto the King Arthur. We self-buff ourselves. Circuit's here. We're going to try to jump in on the Circuit. Discordia is able to get the pick on the Circuit. King Arthur overcommits, and we're able to get the pick onto King Arthur. Hell is here. We take a lot of damage. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate, get a little bit of immunity frames.
Enemy ultimate down.
We're aiming for the Hell. She is our primary target. We jump, we get the stun. I think it was on the Nuwa, not the Hell.
Looks like we have a fearless warrior on our hands.
We're able to clean up the Nuwa. We have our jump in 8 seconds, and now that we have our ultimate at level 4, we're able to use 2 rounds of abilities. We hit her with our stun, and our Yorm is able to clean her up. So now we're just going to march up mid, but the enemy team surrenders. Well, if you enjoyed this game, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel and the videos out. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.